All right, thanks, Jeff. I know you've been smelling this all morning. It smells delightful. Scott Anderson is here.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. Now, this is just, I can't even believe this is one of my favorites that you've done so far. Tell me what we're making today.
We're going to do a salmon, but stuffed with green chilies, artichokes, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of cream.
Fabulous. You cannot argue with that. So
no, not at all.
This sounds, now I'm not really good at cooking a meal that takes forever. This sounds kind of complicated.
It is extremely, extremely easy. I mean, I never do anything extremely hard.
It's true.
This is going to be, well, it's an absolutely glamorous presentation on the food when you present it.
Okay.
But it's super easy. And you can actually prepare it the night before. Actually, we prefer you to prepare it the night before.
Oh, okay.
So what we're going to do is I already went ahead and did the cream sauce. And really all this is some heavy cream, some Parmesan cheese, artichoke hearts chopped, a little salt and pepper, and green chilies. So we just kind of brought it up to a simmer, and you can toss in some nice sauteed onions in this, and it is wonderful. This is going to be our stuffing, but I wanted to spend a little more time on the actual salmon part. Okay?
This is tricky.
So I got this salmon last night at Albertsons.
All right.
And salmon is really, really good for you.
It is.
In fact, we are doing this today. I was asked by a friend of mine, Sherry Oates from Cary Junior High. They are doing a, well, it's called Cary's Biggest Winner.
Okay, what is this?
Sherry last year wrote a grant through the Laramie County School District, wellness grant. And so what they have is they have actually 96 participants, faculty and staff, and other schools are doing this also. But what they do is they actually help their faculty participate in more activities, kind of like stepping. They do over 100,000 steps a week.
Holy cow.
I know.
Now,
and,
aren't you supposed to have about 10,000 a day, I think is what they say?
Is that? I don't know.
That's what I was reading.
But they help them with monitoring blood pressure. They do classes on wellness eating, and this is what we're doing today. We're doing wellness eating, especially the salmon. Heavy cream, you know, you can substitute with other products, but
what other products could you substitute?
Oh, you could
I
actually
drink skim milk. Can I put skim
you
milk
could
in
do
that?
skim milk in this, but you're going to have to use a little thickening powder behind it, such as a cornstarch.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we've got the salmon. It's already butterflied for us, and this is kind of a small. I just got one little salmon from Albertsons last night. Their fish market is getting fresh salmon in today, so I was kind of limited. That's what I get for, you know, waiting to the last minute. But this is actually a sockeye, a wild-caught salmon, and they got some other really good salmons out there. Okay. So what you do is you just pretty much put the cream in the center of it, and we're just going to kind of roll it. Actually, I'm gonna move my coffee cup.
Okay. We would like to point out that Scott did get a
coffee
CBS
cup.
5 cup. Yeah.
I'm part of the team now.
You are part of the team. You're part of the CBS family. All right, we're going to let you wrap this up here. And then we're going to go ahead and send it over to Hans Seitz for your first morning sports update, but we'll be right back. All right, thanks for that sports update, Hans. Now we wrapped up our salmon
in parchment paper.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a little slip knot with a little string. This is actually just kind of like kite string.
Okay.
And because we want this to kind of stay together. Now, if you're using a smaller salmon, you could probably get away with just wrapping it in parchment paper and then laying it on a baking sheet and bake it, which is fine. If you're using a little larger salmon, you'd want to tie it up. But really, all we're going to do is just kind of, we just kind of make a little line underneath it, just working back and forth.
This is the trickiest part for me. This is the part I can't handle very well, is wrapping this whole thing up.
So. And then we just tie it off.
Okay.
Just so, and there you go. You just got a nice little tie. It holds it together.
Okay.
Really useful when you do pork loins.
Yes.
But here we go. Okay, I've got one right here that I've already baked off.
And magic of TV, right?
And then what I did is I chilled it.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we want it nice and firm where you can handle it and it doesn't fall apart.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up my pan over here. I'm going to put a little olive oil in here. Oops, as I drop my cap.
That's all right.
Okay. So you know what's, I was talking to Sherry last night, and you know what's great about this wellness grant is that she was saying the students are actually becoming aware of the faculty instead of sitting at their desk all day long, they're getting up, walking on their off hours. They're going around the hallways. And so they're actually seeing the results of it.
That's fantastic.
So, okay, here we go. I'm just going to cut a piece of salmon right off of there.
All right.
And this is kind of like a roulade, and everything is wrapped up in there. So I'm going to just kind of get this right into the oil.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is you're going to brown it on both sides. And then we're going to finish baking it in the oven. So you want to brown it up and then bake it in the oven, not very long, 7 to 10 minutes until it's nice and hot.
Perfect.
So
now what else do we have to go with this?
I recommend highly butternut squash.
Okay, so this is not noodles. For
those not butternut squash, spaghetti squash.
Spaghetti squash, okay.
Spaghetti squash.
All right, so this is some spaghetti squash that you've kind of torn up for us.
Oh, absolutely. All you do is you just scrape it out, and it actually comes out this way.
Perfect.
And it's great. Little salt and pepper. I threw a little bit of butter and brown sugar on it. But definitely when you're eating healthy, leave the brown sugar off.
Yes.
And you might even just coat it with a little olive oil and not the butter.
That's a good idea.
So, you know, in a lot of the healthy eating, they say, you know, butter's not real bad for you. So it just kind of all depends on what you're trying to do. They say heavy cream's good for you. Stay away from the sugar content. And so, okay, well, that's kind of browning up.
What have we got here? This is our final product.
This is our final product.
This is so
and I know Brad's
yummy looking.
Kind of take a look at this one.
Yeah.
What we did is we served it with the butternuts or the spaghetti squash in the bottom. We put the salmon. We have a little bit of rosemary right there, and we just kind of skewered the shrimp and we presented it. Just a great presentation and super, super easy.
Looks beautiful. If you want the recipe, all you have to do is go to our website at www.kgwn.tv. Scott Anderson, thanks for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
All right, now stay with us. We'll be right back.